beauties, I'm Gigi and this is Gigi's Flavor of Life, and here I share my unique style to help you discover yours. Welcome into the closet to all the new beauties, and of course, hey girl, hey, to all of my returning beauties. Thank you all so much for stopping by the closet. Now, it has been a minute since we've done a sit down video and since we have been in the closet. As you can see from the last video, I was in London. It was a vlog. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. And I haven't been in the closet like recording anything since a little bit before summer. So I've been a little bit MIA. I've been outside, okay, as you can see from the last vlog. But we are back in the closet. I'm feeling inspired. It is fall, and as you can see from the title, we're going to get into a little bit of new in fall pieces, which I don't really have much, and also a few little tidbits that are on my wish list. So if that is of interest to you, stick around. Now, I do have a list here because I do want to stay on track with the new in pieces as well as my sought after little list that I have. I don't have a lot because, again, my wardrobe is very bottom heavy. So all the pieces that I have lined up, I believe they are all tops. I don't think I'm missing anything, that I have all of the things like piled up around me here. And also this fall, I'm going to be really focusing on accessories. So I find that accessories allow you to basically reinvent any top or bottom that you have many times over. So I already have a lot of things. I mean, obviously there are things on my wish list and things that I've added and want to add, but I'm really trying hard to stay on task and fill the holes in my wardrobe, as you should too, and add a lot of accoutrement, if you will, that will allow me to stretch the pieces that I have. So the very first thing I want to get into is earrings, and I have been adding earrings, little bits here and little bits there. And recently I added these couple of beauties. Now I already have some gold hoops, and believe it or not, I was definitely in need of silver for sure, because I already do, like I said, I already have a lot of gold hoops. Now these, believe it or not, beauties, I picked these up from Walmart. How cute are these? Now I don't know how they're gonna hold up. I will most definitely report back. But I mean, come on, how cute are these? And I think they were, I'll put it up on the screen. Like, how cute are these? Look at these. Quality seems to be not terrible, but I'll definitely, I'll pop them up on the screen. If I can find them online, of course, everything that I find, I'll have it linked below. So earrings are my first little new in, and they were also kind of on my wish list, as I said before, because I want to add a lot of accessories. You know, I want to start really getting into my accessories and the details and the accoutrement to reinvent the things that I already have. So first on the list, earrings from Walmart, no less. So scored on those the other day. The next thing that I picked up, which is another thing that I'm really getting into, are the clear sort of sunglasses, like the daytime, nighttime, or inside, outside sunglasses. And I picked these little cuties up from the Amazon. It was Prime Day was it last week? Last week, I think it was Prime Day, and I picked these up. How cute are they? Of course, if they're available, I'll link them below. I think they were like $12. I mean, come on, can you get into these? They're gorgeous. The lens has like a, almost like a rose, almost like a sort of a rose tint. I hope you guys can see them. This is the sides. The arms rather. And I thought these were just gorgeous. Look at that. So I plan on adding a few more pair of these inside outside glasses. Like I said, these ones came from the Amazon. I think they were like 12, maybe 13 bucks. So we added those. They came in a little dust pouch. So that I added as well. Let's get into a few belts that I added. Now, I have been seeing some amazing belts all over the internet. And child, when did belts become so expensive? So before I decided to spend anywhere from $125 to $400 on a belt, I said, you know what? Let me mosey on over to the Amazon and pick out a few things and see if I am able to use them in my wardrobe. And if so, how much I'm able to use them in my wardrobe. So let me show you what I picked up. Let me grab it. Hold on. Now, of course, guys, I will link what I have. I'll link it below, and I will also link below the belts that I am most definitely lusting over, but they are a pretty penny. So what I'm going to do is, what I tend to do, or what I try to do is, if there's something that is super pricey and I'm not sure if it'll fit into my wardrobe, but I still want to try it out, or I'm not sure how much I'll actually utilize whatever the thing is, I'll find like a lower cost version of it and then I'll test it out. And if I'm finding that I'm wearing it to death, then I go ahead and spend my coin on it. So we have 4 belts here that I all got from the Amazon. Now, these 2 are these 2 are very similar. One is silver and one is gold. The silver one, which I really like, has all of the buttonholes, not buttonholes. It has all of the belt holes all the way from the beginning. Come on. All the way from the beginning, all the way to the end. Now, these belts are false leather. And they were not that expensive. I got them during Prime Day as well. I was like, what a better time to, grab a couple of belts for a really inexpensive price and try them out. They have a great little a finishing, I don't know, what is this called? A finishing in. I'm going to call it a finishing in. Not sure what the actual proper name of it is. Now, I have not worn this one yet, but I plan on it. So there's that one. And then that one's a little bit thinner than the gold. I hope y'all can see them. Don't look at my nails, y'all. They are a train wreck. But in any case, here's the gold. Also has that nice little finishing end on it. Come on, camera. And then this does not have the belt holes all throughout the entire belt. And then this is the buckle on it. It's pretty cute. So those were the 2. And then I got a brown one, which is, they're all kind of sort of similar. They all have like the 3 rings on them, with the exception of the first one that I showed you. There's the buckle. And this one is a beautiful brown. Now, I do have another, and this also has like that finishing end on it. They're all very similar. This also has like that finishing end on it. Now, I already have a brown belt, which is, I'm actually wearing it. I have it on today. Which is a little bit lighter. Let me stand up so y'all can see it. And I have been wearing these. I think I got this one from the Amazon as well. See? This one's a little bit lighter than this one. So they're not the same. So I try to make sure that when I'm adding things, I'm really intentional these days, because child, I'm running out of space. So I try to make sure I'm adding things that are not the same. But so I have found that I've needed a darker brown belt, which I already have. I already have like a chocolate brown belt. I have the caramel belt, which I had wore today. And now I have I guess a sort of like in between the deep dark chocolate and the caramel color. So there's that. And then this one, child, which I was lusting after this belt. I was dying. I was dying for this belt. The only thing is I wanted to find it with the gold accents, but I wasn't able to find it with the gold accents, but I did find it with silver. And it's the same pretty much as the brown belt, with the exception of the same end finish. And they're pretty decent quality. Like I said, I've worn this brown one. I've worn this one already, and it did what it needed to do. It didn't give any like significant creasing or anything like that. They really did it got the job done. So I know Madewell has a few beautiful belts. Although I did go in store to check out the Madewell belts, and the only thing that I did not like about the gold finishings on the Madewell belt was it was just a little bit too yellowy for me. The belts were absolutely gorgeous, but if you are interested in that sort of yellow, I don't know, it was sort of like that's the only way I know how to describe it. It wasn't like a cool tone gold. It was more of like a yellowy, leaning toward like the orangey side. But of course the quality of the belt was top tier. Now, if I decide to invest, $180 into the belts, I would probably lean more towards, if I was purchasing a Madewell belt, I would lean more towards the black and the silver hardware, because those were absolutely gorgeous. Even though the gold tone was absolutely gorgeous too, it just wasn't to my liking or my preference. I was looking for a more of a cool tone gold. So belts, these are the belts that I have added, guys. And like I said, if I find myself wearing them and wearing them and wearing them, then I will go ahead and invest in something that is 100% leather, because all of these belts are false leather, or a leather alternative. And I'll go ahead and spend my coin on a belt that I know that's really going to last me forever, because as we all know, with the false leathers, eventually they do give out. And as much as I plan on wearing these belts this fall, winter, I am sure that they're going to get worn out. So those were the belts. I did add one pair of shoes, which if you are tuning into our Worn Three Ways Wednesdays over on Instagram, and if you're not, girl, why aren't you? Because there is so much style inspiration over there, in the community of us girlies, us cookies is getting so big over there. And of course, if you want to join in on any of the challenges, I'll link all the information down below. But if you are following our Worn Three Ways Wednesday, where we style one particular item 3 ways, you would have seen me style these shoes up. I think I styled them up twice so far. Let me get them. These are by Stephen Madden, and they are called the Achilles heel. Now, if you were over there on my YouTube channel, not my YouTube channel, child, I'm on the YouTube channel. Now, if you were over on my Instagram, maybe about a month ago, I'm thinking, I was asking you guys, what color would you get? What color should I get? And I'll pop up a picture of all of the selected colors that they have that you could get. And of course, anybody that knows me knows that I love gray. So I went for the gray. On their website, they are calling this blue. Now, let me make sure you beauties can see. This is her. Isn't she gorgeous? Like, come on. As soon as I saw these, I was like, oh my God, I have to have them. Now, I did not immediately add these to my cart. Now, I was responsible, and I did think about them from the moment that I first saw them. I think I thought about them for a few weeks. And I just could not get these shoes off of my mind. So finally, I was like, you know what? I don't know know where I'm wearing a heel to. I don't really wear heels that much anymore, but I'm getting these because when I tell you, I could not stop thinking about these shoes. I mean, and that has kind of become like a rule of thumb for me at this point, because I do have a lot of things. Is, you know, if you see something and you like it, wait and think about it. Just think about it, and if you forget about it, then it really wasn't for you. You really didn't want it. It wasn't like, ooh, I gotta have it. Joy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'll say about joy. It really wasn't joy. But these shoes, I could not get these shoes off of my mind. When I tell y'all, I couldn't get them off my mind. So I had to add them to cart. And I don't regret it, not one little bit. They're called the Achilles heel, if I didn't tell you that already. This color, even though it is reading gray, it is very much gray. They're calling it light blue on the website, and I ordered a 9.5, and they do fit very well. If I wanted to wear a sock with this shoe, I could, and still have a little tiny bit of room and wear it comfortably, should I say. Of course, it's like a false, I guess it's like false Mongolian hair. And I mean, they are very comfortable. I believe the heel is, I believe it's like a 3-inch heel. And let's see how much they were or are. Let's see if they have them in stock. Because of course, you know, if they have them in stock, I will make sure that I link them below. Ooh, they were $145. No, I'm sorry. $149.95. And they are still available as of me recording this video. They do have the gray or the light blue. They do have a few sizes left, small and big. And then it also came in like an off-white, and they do have some sizes available. And it came in 3 colors, the gray or the light blue, the off-white, and of course they did burgundy because, child, that is the color of the season. And it has been the color of the season. We just gonna keep on rolling with it at this point. And they are all available with the exception of a size 12 for the red or burgundy. So I'll pop up the information, and of course, I'll link them down below, child, because I had to have these. So these are also new in for fall, the Steve Madden Achilles heel. Now let's get into a few tops that I purchased for fall. One I purchased when I was on vacation, and I was supposed to unbox it on my vlog, but I never got around to it. But it is a fall piece, so let's start with that. It is from the brand Jackman, which is a Japanese brand, which they only, I believe, have 3 stores, and one of them happened to be in London, right outside of the Borough Market. When I was heading to the Borough Market, when we were leaving the Borough Market, I was like, oh, what is this store? It's a store that I had never really seen before. And I popped in, and they had the most beautiful knitwear. And you talk about quality, let me get the shirt. It is just a very simple, basic waffle knit. Now, the quality on this is so amazing, guys. And also, I hope you can see it. I'm gonna pop up some pictures of it on the side. I have yet to have worn this yet. Like I said, it's from a brand called Jackman. This is what it looks like. It's a Japanese brand. And y'all, they had some t-shirts in this store. They were the thickest t-shirts that I have ever felt and seen in my whole entire life. And I don't know, I should have picked up a few of the t-shirts, but I love a good waffle knit, and I love a good basic. So this is the Jackman waffle mid-neck. It is like, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but it is a men's apparel store. But of course, listen, we shop in all of the places, and the color is smoke pink. And like I said, they only had 3 stores, one in England, one in London, England, and the other 2 were in Japan. So I was like, oh, I have to pick this up. And that was, that's the bottom. I can't wait to wear this. I mean, it's a basic, but again, like I said, the quality is so amazing. It's something that, you know, I'll have it in heavy rotation, especially around this time of year, all through fall and winter. And I also picked up a hat from them. They had these cool little hats in there. Child, I've been wearing this to death. I don't know what this is. This is called. I don't know what this is called, y'all. I'll have to look on the website. I'll pop up a picture. But they had these cool hats with the short little bib. And like I said, the quality of their pieces are some of the best quality apparel that I've seen in a very, 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 very long time. And if you love very well made knits, especially if you love a good waffle knit, this right here is one of the best waffle knits that I have seen in a very long time. So if you love a good waffle knit, of course, I'll pop their information down in the description box, and if I can link it, I'll link it. So what was the next that I have added? Again, like I said, y'all, my wardrobe is very bottom heavy, so I'm trying to steer clear of adding bottoms. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there was a few things at a recent HM collaboration that I may or may not have added, and one of them may have been a bottom, but go judge your mama. Okay, listen, it was a pant that I didn't have anything like. All right, so there's that. Anywho, the next thing that I added, of course, these are all going to be tops, was this beautiful sweater from Zara. I'm always looking for a really great sweater. I'm always cold, y'all. Listen, I love the shoulders on this, if you can tell. The shoulder on this, she's giving, get out my face, mind your business. Get out my face, mind your business. I love the shoulders on this, and it's an interesting type of sweater. I do have a few other similar sweaters like this, but the shape of this one is unlike any other sweater that I have. And so this I added. It's a very great knit. The quality of this sweater is amazing. I do love the little side detail. It has like a little pleating on the side here. Of course, I'll pop a picture up on the side so that you can get the full view of this particular sweater. And then the next 2 sweaters, guys, are very similar, shorter sweaters, but y'all, I got these from Walmart, and they are the Scoop brand sweaters. I love these. They are so soft. Now, I did think twice about getting these, and I was like, oh, do I want to get another? Because I already purchased the burgundy sweater, and I do also have a very similar white sweater that is this same like sort of crop sweater, and I was like, how many sweaters do you need? Another sweater? It's the same shape sweater. Well, the sweater that I just showed you, it's not the same shape. It is a crop sweater, but it has a little bit of structure, and it gives a little bit of shoulder. So I was like, you know what, Gigi, your wardrobe is so bottom heavy. Go ahead, order the sweaters when you get them. If you don't like them, you can send them back, because honestly, guys, I need tops. I'm always searching around for a top. I got 199,000 bottoms, no tops. So I added her. She is from the Scoop line, and I tell y'all about the Scoop line, you know, pretty much every chance that I get. The stuff is very good quality. If you are thinking, oh girl, it's from Walmart. Oh no, Walmart, not Walmart. Yes, Walmart. The Scoop line, as well as the Free Assembly line, very good, very good, very good. And she is sort of like she's sort of cream, sort of like a light gray color. So I love this. I love the pattern on this. And so I'll be styling her up soon. And then, girl, it came in an army. Look at this pattern. Now, I have really been getting into greens this season, as well as burgundies as well, because that's the color of the season. At first, I saw it in the colorway that I just showed you with the cream or creamish, light grayish, black pattern. And then I saw this and I was like, I don't know about this. So I initially ordered the black and white one first, and then I was on the site perusing, and I saw this and I was like, wait a minute, why didn't I get this? I should have gotten this too. So I backtracked and I ordered this one too. I wore this one the other day with a pair of I didn't take any pictures either, with a pair of navy blue wide leg pants, and gorgeous, perfect for this time of year. So those were the tops that I picked up. What else do we have? Oh, beauties. We have a true, this is going to be a real reaction. This is going to be a real reaction unboxing for you guys. Now, y'all know I picked up, if you follow me over on Instagram, you know I picked up the Coach frame Kiss Lock frame bag. That was on my wish list, child. I was stalking that bag ever since it ran down the runway last spring. You know, I wanted it, and I was on the website. I was on doing all the things, and I was, you know, lucky enough and blessed enough to have scored one. And I'm very happy with it. So she was also, even though I have already purchased her a while back, she was on my wish list for fall as well. And I have since started wearing her. But this bag, it is from a brand called Horse. Now I saw this handbag either at the end of winter last year or the beginning of summer. I'm not 110% sure. Now, it's called the Clementine bag, and the company is called the Horse. I wanted to say that they are based in England, but they're not. They're based in, it's an Australian brand. So I saw this brand either at the end of winter, like I was saying, or sometime at the beginning of summer. Now, if you love the Loafer puzzle bag and you love that shape of bag, you're going to look at this and be like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I love it. So I love the puzzle bag, and I would love to add a puzzle bag to my arsenal of handbags or to my handbag collection. But girl, the Loafer puzzle bag, she's a pretty penny. Now, I'm not saying that I'm never going to add the Loafer puzzle bag, because God willing and the fashion gods, I hope that one day they bless me with this bag in some way, shape, or form, because it's one of the bags that is on my wish list. But when I saw the Clementine bag, I was like, wait a minute now. She's the same. She's giving all of the same things. Again, like I told you before, if I am wanting to try something, or I'm wanting something and it is a pretty penny, I'll try to find something that is very similar to satisfy that need, to just see if it is even something that I'm going to wear. So with the Horse Clementine bag, and again, like I said, it's an Australian brand, and it was started by, or led by, a husband and wife team called Scott and Amy Hawks. Now, when I first saw this bag, I was like, oh my God, this bag she's gorgeous. And she comes in a variety of colors. Now, what colors do y'all think I got? What do you think I got? She is, like I said, she's still in the box. I waited to do this video to unbox her with you guys. And I wanted you guys to get my honest reaction. Let me find something to open this with. Oh, no, I don't need to. I wanted you guys to get my honest reaction. So she came, I got her on Friday, I think. So she's been sitting in this box for a few days. So This is me opening up the inside of the box. Oh, hold on now. Wait a minute now. Oh. So we got a card. It's the care guide. So that's the care guide. Okay. That is the care guide, beauties. And then let's get her out this box. Let's get that out of our way. So this is what she looks like so far. She's got some plastic around her. Let's see. She's in a nice cotton dust bag. They got some cardboard in there to keep it structured. That is her. She's good, y'all. Oh man, very good. As you can see, the shape of her is very much so giving, you know, like that same Loafer puzzle shape. So she's 100% leather. She has like a top handle. She has some D-rings here because she also does have, she can go crossbody for us as well. This is how she opens. She has, I believe she has a magnetic open. Hold on, let's take all her. That's our crossbody strap. Let's get all her stuffing out. This is the inside. It's a nice size on the inside. She has one like a quick in and out sort of pocket. And then she also has a zip on this side. Let me see. She has a zip. She can fit a lot of stuff in here, y'all. And then this is how she's going to be gorgeous. Like, look at the slouch. Look at the slouch on her. I am very pleased with this bag. And I cannot wait to wear it. I do have one other green. I do have one other green bag up there, and that one's by Ula Johnson. So this is my only second handbag in my wardrobe. Should we put the let's put the crossbody strap on and see what that is like. The hardware on this is silver. So she's olive, I think it's called olive green. Let me look on the site and see exactly what color it is for you guys. I believe it's olive. They had a different green on here as well. So the green that I got is called olive. It's the olive pebble leather. She was $269, which not bad for an amazing leather handbag. I mean, like I said, you can wear her crossbody, you can wear her as a top handle. Okay. And the strap is thick. So, and I think also like the older, or maybe both of the older and the newer puzzle bags do have like a thicker strap on it like this. So let's see if I could I'm a crossbody it. so you guys can see. I don't want to move the camera, but that's sort of what she looks like. This bag is gorgeous. I cannot wait to take her outside. I can't wait to take her outside. And like I said, she's very cavernous. Like, she can fit a lot of things in her. Yep. She can fit a lot in her. So this was on my, let me fix you guys. This was one thing that was most definitely on my fall wish list. Like I said, I had been thinking about this bag for a very, very, very long time. And then finally I was like, girl, you need to just go ahead on and order this bag before the price starts to go up. So I also picked up, which I told y'all I'm into accessories. I also picked up this cute little bag charm to go on her. And child, I picked her up from Walmart the other day when I was in there, and I picked up those I need some scissors, y'all. I'm the biggest pair of scissors ever. It's from the brand No Boundaries. And also, guys, they have a cute little bag that is on my wish list. The No Boundaries brand. Why can't I get this off, y'all? First of all, I got these giant scissors. Let's see. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that off right now. But anywho, you see the vision. When I saw this, I was like, absolutely. They had a few other little cute ones too. Like, I was a little shocked and amazed that I found this in there. Here we go. Let's turn it around this way. So I'll be clicking and clanking her right onto my bag. Like, again, little things like this, they add interest to your outfits. Like, how cute is this? I mean, come on. Like, look. That is just, this is adorable. So the Clementine bag from the Horse. I am so happy. I don't have anything like this in my wardrobe. This is also, the strap is adjustable. Like, it can be adjusted three. It's in the middle one right now. So I've got one hole right here. I got a middle one and I have one more. Both sides. So both sides are adjustable. Both sides of the strap are adjustable. So that is the Horse bag. Not the Horse bag. That is the Clementine bag from the Horse with my little Walmart charm that actually goes perfect. I mean, the color is chef's kiss. Mwah. I only have a few things that are on my current wish list at the moment. One of them, like I said, is by the one that I saw was by the Walmart brand Time and True. It's the same brand that made these earrings, the Walmart brand. They got a cute little hobo bag over there, and you know what? I tried it on when I was in the store, and one of the only reasons why I didn't get it was because it was the same green as this bag, and I knew that I had this bag, and I was like, Gigi, you just don't need another green bag. But they also had it in a beautiful brown color. So I am thinking about backtracking because I do not have a hobo bag like that. It's like a false suede. I'll pop it up here so that you guys can see it. So I do want to add some type of a hobo bag to my wardrobe because I don't really have, let me think. I don't really have like the hobo bag that is sort of coming back and trending right now for fall. And this one is a fall suede, but it was really, really well made. And I was shocked and amazed when I looked over. It was when I was getting the charm for the Clementine bag, and I popped over and I was like, oh, let me look at the pocketbooks. And then I started searching around, and then that one it caught my eye, and I was like, oh, this is really nice. But it was green. And I didn't see any other colors in the store. I only saw the green. So I did go onto their website And I thought twice about ordering it, but that is something that's like sort of still on my mind. And I think it was 25 bucks, between 25 and maybe 26 bucks. So I might just add it to cart. We'll see. So that is on my wish list. And I would like to invest in some sort of 100% leather hobo bag. But again, I don't know how much I'll actually wear it. So to invest in something that is super expensive and I don't know if I'm going to wear it doesn't make much sense to me. But the one that I found at Walmart is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, it was very well made. So if I do decide to add a hobo, it would most likely be that one. So I'll pop it up so you guys can see it. And I'll also put it in the description box if it's still available, because I only think they had only 2 colors still available, because it's a good bag. The next thing that is on my wish list. Now, who would I be if I didn't add another loafer? Who would I be if loafers were not on my wish list for fall? Who? I don't know who I would be, child, because you know I love a loafer. You know I love a brogue, and you know I just love a good loafer. So I am on the hunt for some. Now, I love those YSL loafers that all of the girlies have been wearing, and they purchased, I believe, like somewhat the end of summer, or was it last winter? I love those. But the way my wallet is set up, girl, we're going to try to find us something that is a little bit more affordable that gives us the same look. Now, again, like I said, if I find that I get this shoe and I am wearing her into the ground, then that's a whole nother story. Then we'll spend our coin and we'll go on ahead and invest. But I have seen a few iterations of this shoe, and one may or may not be on her way on here to the closet. And so a good loafer that resembles the YSL loafer is definitely on my wish list for fall. Stay tuned. And do I have one more thing on my list? Nope, I have a few more things on my list. So I saw these boots on the Coach website. Now, y'all, all I'm going to say is somebody just go ahead on and give me back my closet from the 1990s, because 2 things that are on my wish list that, girl, I had them in my closet in the 1990s. And do I still have my closet from the 1990s? No. I wish I did, because I saw this beautiful pair of Moto boots over at Coach. I'm telling y'all, I love Coach. I've been a Coach girl for since I was in the 6th grade. Yeah, I've been a Coach girl that long. So Coach is very good quality. There was a little time period there where it was like, oh, I don't know, but they have been redeeming themselves over these past few years. But like I said, I've always been a Coach girly. But one thing we're not going to sleep on is the clothing over. The clothes and the shoes over at Coach. Talk about quality. And the quality for the price point is insane. That's all I can say. But I saw this pair of boots. I saw a pair of Moto boots. They are called the Harness Boot in loved leather. They are $395, and they come in 2 colors. One color is called coconut, which is like a caramelly. I think it's suede too. Is it suede? I think it's suede, y'all. I'll pop. Yep, it's suede. Suede. But then, which I love. But then they have a color that they are calling black. Oh my God. The Harness Boot in loved leather. This shoe is gorgeous. Now, I had a pair of these boots back in the day, and I believe they were brown. And it's so funny, guys, because back in the day, that's all we wore was brown. Like, brown was the color. It wasn't black, it was brown. I wore dark brown lipstick, which I believe it was called Rum Raisin. Rum Raisin by Revlon, I believe. Rum Raisin, or was it L'Oreal or Revlon? I don't know who it was by. L'Oreal or Revlon, and it was this deep dark brown lipstick that we all wore. All of us wore it, and our nails were gold with the gold glitter on top, and everything was brown. You wore all of the brown shades, all of the brown tones with denim too. So, and I had these boots, and I had them in they were like a little bit darker than a caramel brown. And girl, I wore these boots I think I might have had them in black too, but I know I had them in this beautiful brown. And I believe the hardware on them was brass. Child, I wore them boots into the ground. I wore them into the ground. And it had the square toe. It was a true square toe boot. Because back then, child, we wore square toe boots. And this was the boot. And here I am again, lusting over, basically my whole closet almost from the 1990s. So these are on my list. They are $395 if I did not say so. But the wornness, the leather look of these is amazing. I love that tidbit about them. I also love that they are a square toe. I don't think I own any square toe boots. I do have like a Moto-ish boot that I've had, and I bring it out every winter that is very similar to this, but it's a round toe. It's not a square toe. So these are most definitely on my list. Another thing over here at Coach that is also on my list is a beautiful, like a suede coat. Now don't sleep on the coats over here at Coach, because they have some beautiful coats over here. And one in particular is the Sculpted Sea suede jacket. Now she's a pretty penny. She's $1,200, and she is, I'm looking at the website right now, and they're talking about something. She's almost gone. Girl, what are we gonna do? So she may or may not end up in my closet. I don't know. We have to see. She is on my wish list. She's beautiful. That's all I can say. She's absolutely beautiful. And also from over here at Coach, that is also on my list, is the shrunken leather aviator jacket. The shrunken leather aviator jacket, and she is also that caramel color. Absolutely gorgeous. These two are definitely on my wish list for fall. Now, I hope the fashion gods are listening and hearing my prayers, because I want these to end up, at least one of these to end up in my closet so bad. And last but not least, beauties, let me see. Last but not least, one of the accessories that I am wearing right now that I would love to add more of are neckerchiefs. Now, I am someone who is always cold, and I have been, over like the past few months, I have been wearing my neckerchiefs, but I've been tying them around my head. I have been loosely tying them around my neck on the days where it wasn't so warm outside. But I found that it's a very easy way for you to add a little bit of style and interest, a little pop of color, and also, girls, stay warm, because you know me, I'm always looking for ways to stay warm. So neckerchiefs is also on my list of fall things, or is on my wish list of things to add for fall. We've been in this closet long enough, and I'm sure I can think of 3 or 4 other things to add to this list, but I think that is enough. I think that's enough. I've added a few really great pieces, and I have some really great things that are on my wish list. I will keep you guys updated on, let me know if you want a full video about how we're getting along with the Clementine bag, all of the details, how it's wearing, what I think of it after I take her outside. Let me know what you think about the color. Is this something that you would consider adding to your arsenal of handbags? Let me know. It's time for me to get out of here, because I feel like I have been talking y'all to death. I guess I had a lot to say because we have not been in this closet sitting down chatting with one another for a minute. So thank you, beauties, so much for stopping by the closet. Of course, like, share, subscribe, do all of the things. Hit that notification bell because it lets YouTube know that you love it over here, and it pushes my video out to other people who, you know, might love hanging out with us in the closet. So I gotta go. I'll see you beauties in the next video. Bye. Mwah.